Hey guys, today we're at TAGCC Malaysia 2019 and there's a lot of booths that we're going to cover today. But first up, let's talk about 3.0 and 3A. And the first thing that we're going to see here is the new Blitzwing Dlx Series. So the Deluxe Series of Blitzwing, as you can see, it definitely looks awesome. A lot of detail, very nicely painted. The finishing is nice. It has a matte finishing tied to it, so it has that weathered, damaged look. I really like the new Transformers, especially you know these are all the new designs that's coming out from the Bumblebee movie. The designs are very detailed, very intricate, but not too intricate as what we have come to know from the old Transformers line. So all in all, if you're a big Transformers fan, I definitely think that the Deluxe series from 3A and 3.0, the Transformers series definitely looks amazing. I think it comes with a stand as well. Otherwise, I'm not sure how he's going to stand with that huge wing on his back. He'll probably fall on his back, right? Now, coming to my favorite anime of late, that is of course the new manga and anime from Netflix, Ultraman version. This is the new 16A suit. This is still coming soon. This is not a final product, this is a prototype. So that's why you look at the finishing, it doesn't look as good for now because it's still a prototype. But it gives you a sense that in terms of size, Ace is definitely a lot smaller compared to Ultraman and also Ultra 7 as well, right? I've actually already pre-ordered both Ultraman and Ultra 7 and Ace. Most probably I'll get it as well. I think in the finishing as well, in terms of the suit color and design, I definitely prefer the anime version compared to the manga version because there's a lot more red compared to more silver towards the manga version, right? If you can come and have a look at the Ultraman, man, I seriously love the anime version. So already pre-ordered this and already pre-ordered the 7. This is Suit 7. There's going to be 7.3 and 7.5 coming up very soon as well, I'm sure, from 3.0 and 3A. One of my favorite anime of all time is of course Full Metal Alchemist. This is of course Edward Elric, coming soon, prototype. He's as short as what we have come to know and love from the comic. So Edward is really short, but the face sculpt is actually quite detailed, very accurate as what we come to know and love. And if you look at the hair, I'm not sure what kind of material they use, but it does have the signature hair that we've seen from the anime and manga. But of course, Alphonse is the one that you would really want. I think this pair, you have to buy both of them. Both of them are still coming soon. I'm not sure what is the price and availability, but for now, definitely Alphonse, the weathered, rusty look is something that I really like. So there's been a lot of different versions of Alphonse Eric in the past where he actually has a very clean, very metallic look, which is not what I really like. So this is quite cool. Okay. Coming very soon also is the Pet Labo Ingram 2, Ingram Unit 1, and also Unit 2. So these guys are actually almost the same scale as a 1/100 scale Master Grade Gunpla. And if you love the Pet Labo series but always hated the Pla Model series, because I think there's a lot of issues with the old Pla Model series from the Pet Labo from Bandai. So most of you will probably want to get something like this that you can actually play and pose with. It has a very nice gloss finishing to it. I'm not sure whether the LED lights will actually light up the siren on the shoulder, so if I'm not mistaken it probably should, but if you look at the detail and the finishing, it looks like a very old Macross kit of the old where it actually is all full diecast. It looks almost like diecast to me. One Punch Man, very famous. When I first saw the pictures of Saitama at the Shanghai Wonderfest, it didn't look as good in the pictures, but in person actually now that I look at it, the face sculpt actually looks pretty decent. But the yellow itself, I kind of wish that the yellow is a bit, you know, how do I say, a more solid, darker yellow, but it looks a bit light, so maybe that's more comic accurate than what we have known to come and love. Genos and Saitama is already all sold out, so you will probably need to find a different retailer that you can order these guys from. So Genos actually quite detailed. You look at the torso, a lot of details on the torso, and he's wearing his black jeans, black shoes. He has a very glossy finishing as well on his entire body, torso and armor. So that's Genos. Both One Punch Man, Genos face sculpt and also Saitama. Very manga accurate, I would say. Now this one I have some issues here, okay? When I see this is of course Game of Thrones, Jon Snow and also King Joffrey, everyone's love to hate guy. I always thought that Joffrey should be a little bit shorter than Jon Snow, but apparently they're the same height. So Is that accurate? I don't know. For those of you who have seen the show, you would have probably thought that, you know, King Joffrey is actually a young kid, spoiled brat. So shouldn't he be a bit shorter than Jon Snow? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think there's some issue here. Okay. Bumblebee Deluxe Series. This time we have seen the Blitzwing Dlx Series from 3.0 and 3A, Blitzscreen, and here we have Bumblebee Oreo sold out. Looks pretty detailed. I only wish Bumblebee was bigger, but of course we know that for size comparison, it always has to be a lot more smaller compared to Blitzwing and also Optimus Prime. So it actually comes with a separate head and also 2 more set of arms and also 1 more special arm, which is the normal arm. This is the his weapon, right? The one that everyone is talking about is of course the Deluxe Series Optimus Prime. This is in production right now, and I think a lot of people have already pre-ordered this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pair of hands. His blaster as well. And this guy is definitely not cheap. I think this is probably one of the most expensive Optimus Prime figure in the market. So for this figure, for this level of design and detail and finishing, it has a mixture of gloss and also matte finishing in different places. So that's actually quite interesting, and I think this is now one of the most popular Optimus Prime design for a lot of fans. And I have to agree, in terms of detail, it is very intricate, a lot of things to actually sit down and analyze, no matter which angle you look at. For me, I might want to get a statue of the new Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie series. It looks very, very interesting. Yeah. So as can you see here on my left, we actually have the Hot Toys booth. It's a very big booth, and we're gonna go and check out the Hot Toys booth very soon once the crowd pass through. Okay, let's look inside. So inside, we actually have the DC series, and the DC series is something that is new to me. I didn't know that they actually have a Arkham Knight produced by Hot Toys. So the Arkham Knight himself, with all the different accessories and the metallic finishing on his armor and his helmet, together with the fully textured finishing of Deathstroke. Both of these guys looks amazing, so I probably want to spend some time to look at Hot Toys Arkham Knight series. It's one of my new favorite series from Batman. It's coming out, right? Here we actually have the 1/4 scale Batman and Joker. I didn't know that they actually had a 1/4 scale Batman and Joker before. So very detailed. If you always wanted a 1/4 scale Batman and also Joker, but you can't afford the statue, this is probably the right way to go for it. Now let's look at one of the most popular product from Hot Toys of recent years, and that is actually the Cos Baby series. So the Cos Baby series actually has been selling out like hotcakes in most of the Comic Cons that we've gone to, and as you can see here, these are all the Avengers Endgame series, Bobblehead series as well. This is something new, I've never seen this before, and they have the new Venom Bobblehead series as well. See, kids love them, right? Kids see them, they want them straight away. Very interesting. We have the DC Justice League, Jason Momoa and the Flash. Interestingly, I didn't know that the Flash's arm can twist so far back, but seems like they actually included some of the special effect parts together with the Flash. And for Jason Momoa's Aquaman, I really love the intricate design of the suit. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a plastic finishing or is that a plaid. So I'm only worried about whether it's coming in a plaid design or something else. Okay, here we have Endgame. I think of all the Endgame characters has been produced by Hot Toys, but by far my favorite, I think all their face sculpt looks interesting. By far my favorite is definitely Iron Spider. I've always loved Iron Spider, the design, and the gold accent finishing is actually a bit metallic shiny finishing. I'm just not sure whether Hot Toys is going to produce a fat Iron Thor. So we don't have a big fat Thor here as what we've seen from the Endgame, but hey, at least we get the regular Thor as what we've come to know and love. And this is what everyone is talking about. Obviously, once the movie came out, this is the big items. You can see here, it's almost half my size, right? This is the Infinity Gauntlet from Avengers Infinity War, the first Gauntlet, not the second Gauntlet. This thing is actually very big, very heavy. I'm not sure whether the crystals itself will light up, but if I'm not mistaken, this whole thing is made out of polystone and resin, so it's actually very, very heavy. It's not made out of plastic. We have the Nano Gauntlet movie promo edition Infinity Gauntlet here as well, the small version as well, and also the Iron Man from the final Endgame movie. Okay. So moving on out here, let's look at all the new stuff. Here we actually have Iron Man Mark L, a lot of accessories, a lot of weaponry, and this is the one that I would want to get. Not sure yet in terms of price or availability, but it's not listed here. Quite interesting. I've actually liked the Spider-Man Advanced Suit. So if you look at the Spider-Man Advanced Suit, you can see I really like the spider emblem on the torso body of Spider-Man. It's not painted on, it looks like a separate part on its own on Spider-Man. So that's actually quite exciting. Alright? Okay. There's going to be quite a lot of other things, but we're not going to look at that. Let's look at something new that's been showcased in TAGCC for the first time in the world, and that is actually a Kamen Rider statue. So this is a new Kamen Rider statue from a new company called Unknown Projects. It's a statue, it's not a figure. So this is actually a 1/5 scale Kamen Rider statue. What is interesting about this Kamen Rider statue is that the arms are actually interchangeable, so you can actually have him with the normal hand on the road and also with his right hand holding his blade, or you can change it to his weapon here, which is the Dragon and Drag visor. Okay, and the dragon rising up from the road looks amazing. I'm just not sure whether Ryuki's eyes and also the dragon eyes actually light up. If you're gonna be buying this, you probably want to put it into a display case, because I'm just a bit concerned about the whiskers of the dragon, whether it's going to be easily breakable. So that's probably one concern. But in terms of overall finishing, it looks great. I think there aren't a lot of Kamen Rider statue out in the market, so having seen one here from Unknown Projects, which is a local brand from Malaysia, I think it's definitely quite interesting to finally see a statue from Kamen Rider. Hopefully we get to see more Kamen Rider statues, and hopefully to see something bigger than a 1/5 scale, maybe something a big 1/4 scale. There's also another new prototype that's been showcased here at TAGCC, and this is actually the Naruto Shippuden. For the first time, we actually have a 1/6 scale Naruto Uzumaki statue. So for those of you who are big Naruto fans but always wanted something bigger at 1/6 scale, it's coming out very soon from Zen Creation. No word out yet in terms of pricing and also availability, but it actually has quite a lot of different hands included. It has two different heads, sorry. Unfortunately, they did not include one of his cheeky face or funny face that we have all come to know and love, and that's him holding his signature chakra. I wonder if they're going to include two, one with the blue and one in orange as well. And his weaponry, very limited, but there's the Naruto Shippuden as we come to know and love. Maybe the next one will be his best friend, as you can see from the background here. So very interesting, 1/6 scale project from Zen Creations, new brand in the market again, creating something new for the Naruto fans. Now we're gonna switch gear to something a bit more artistic. This is Kata Okada-san's sculpture on display. He's one of the speakers here at TAGCC, so do come and check him out. He actually has quite an interesting concept and design when it comes to sculpting, mainly a lot on animals, right? This is lion, and as you can see here, it's a normal lion, but it looks like it's coming out from fiery pits of hell, kind of a dragon, and the gold accent bracelet on his paws looks very interesting, very detailed, very intricate. The finishing mixture of black and red, it's seriously very interesting. I'm wondering whether this is going to be for sale as a resin kit or as a statue coming up very, very soon. Yeah. Here we actually have the Song of Tiger and Dragon, but I think this is missing one piece here, because there's supposed to be both the tiger and dragon. As you can see there at the back, there's actually a picture of the dragon versus the tiger. So here we only have the tiger. I'm not sure where is the dragon. So maybe the dragon is a separate piece that is not on display here today. My favorite of everything here displayed by Kata Okada-san is definitely Dragon's chest model. Look at the level of detail and intricate design that has gone into the sculpt. So definitely amazing, and I kind of wish that he'll put this out for sale either as a resin kit or as a statue itself or as a bust. It's definitely a very interesting conversation piece that you will not find anywhere else, right? I've always loved dragons, but this is one very nasty, fierce looking dragon that is different from the conventional dragon that we have come to know and love. Okay, now we are at the die-cast section of TAGCC, and with me I have Jake from JL Hobby. He's going to share with us all the cool stuff that is on display here today. So Jake, can you tell us what are the interesting items that we have on display today?
Yeah, so this is the second Malaysia Die-Cast Expo and it's powered by Moto Nation. We have quite a few brands here today like Ignition Models, Tarmac, Eno, MC64. MC64 is a new brand from Singapore. And then we have Mini GT, who has 2 new exclusives for Malaysia. And we also have Tommy Tag and Hobby Japan. So quite a number of brands has joined us for this year. So come, let's have a look and see what they have.
So what are the exclusive items that we have today from Ignition Models, Mini GT and the rest?
Okay, so for Ignition Models, first up is their TAGCC Malaysia Die-Cast Expo exclusive.
Exclusive, okay.
And this is a really beautiful car. Let me see if I can grab one for you to have it up close.
Sure. I think that's the one on the rotating turntable. So those are the Malaysian exclusive from Jake. This is from Ignition Models. So as you can see here, the Ignition Model TAGCC Malaysian exclusive definitely looks very interesting, especially on different lights. Yes, Jake?
So this is up close of the TAGCC Malaysia Die-Cast Expo exclusive. Now this is a collaboration between Ignition Models and TAGCC. So they made this actually for TAGCC to bundle with their tickets. And this color is chameleon, purple blue, and you can see that when you look at it from different angles, the color change, yeah, is quite evident. So it's a really beautiful piece, and this is one of the exclusive they have here today.
So limited models left, so quickly come and get before it's sold out.
Yes, that's right, and a lot of people are looking for this on the market. So yeah, there's still a bit left, I think, so have to come and get it.
So what else is exclusive or limited at TAGC this year, at the Die-Cast Expo this year?
Besides that, we come to Eno Models. Eno Models have 2 exclusive this year for the Malaysia Die-Cast Expo as well.
I noticed there's also a lot of prototype on display as well.
Yeah.
Which is the one that's most popular that everyone's talking about?
So I think for this, maybe we should ask Eno to talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi.
So this is Sean.
Hi, Sean. Can you tell us a bit more about your exclusive items today?
Okay. For this event, this 2 car is our exclusive model for this event. It's a Evo 3 and a Honda DC2 Integra. So we have other exclusive model for selling here. Is previously those other country exclusive, but this is our main character for this today.
There's not much left. Almost done. Almost sold out.
Yeah. And we have some future release model in the cabinet display. And those unpainted is coming very soon. Prototype. Yeah.
Which one is the most popular prototype?
I think is this EF, because this is the Japan Kanzozuku racing, street racing. They follow the Japan street racing culture to make the car. And there's another Honda City Turbo. You can see the front bonnet and the rear hood can open, and there's also they make the small motor. This motor combo. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's a motor combo. So the motor combo can also fit inside the car.
Okay. Alright. Thank you, Sean. Hopefully we can review some of the items when you have it ready for Awesome Toys TV.
Okay.
Thank you. So what else is cool and exclusive that we need to check out here today? I mean, apart from there's a lot of sellers selling their wares, quite a lot of different brands. So it's not just Tarmac Works or Ignition Models or Eno64, there's actually quite a lot of things happening here today.
Yeah, besides all the brands that are here today, we have seller tables, and the sellers here are all over from Malaysia. We like to mix it up a bit, get the sellers to come, because sellers also would like to meet their collectors. Some people, they buy online and they haven't met their sellers before. So this is a good chance for the sellers to come, meet their customers. There's a lot of mingling with the community actually. Yeah.
So what about Tarmac Works? Any new exclusive items on display today, or Tommy Tag?
For Tarmac Works this time round, we didn't have a TAGCC exclusive, Malaysia Die-Cast Expo exclusive, but Tarmac Works was kind enough. We managed to get some Hong Kong Mini Car Festival exclusive for them. Okay. But unfortunately,
It's all sold out?
Yeah, it's all sold out actually, because unfortunately we had very little quantities. So the two that we have here, there were 6 models actually this morning, but we are left with these two, which is the BMW M6 set and the Mugen RR FD2. So these are very little quantities left as well. This is what we got left. The one that was most in demand was the RWB Rough Rhythm, and that sold out like in I think less than half an hour this morning when the crowd came.
Unfortunately, here is the lighting here is a bit dark, so we'll try to do some showcase if we get the review unit later on. Okay. So what about, is there anything else that is interesting that fans should come to quickly grab before it runs out? Komitai, Mini GT.
I think one of the most interesting things for this time round with Mini GT is that we have a very nice GTR Liberty Walk at the front.
Okay.
And this car is actually from Malaysia. It's from Johor. And we got Mini GT to make the exclusive version of it, which is going to release early August.
I see.
Yep.
So that's it. Thank you, Jake.
Yep.
Thanks for the tour. There's
thank
actually
you so much.
definitely fans should definitely come and grab the initial model limited edition very quickly, and some left of the Hong Kong exclusive expo for Tarmac Works as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
So going on, we actually have a Soap Studio here from Hong Kong. Soap Studio actually have quite a lot of interesting items on display. So this is the DC line of their figures. So instead of going with the very cutesy face that we've come to know from Funko and also Cos Baby, this one is actually a bit different, right? It's a very different approach to creating small size figures that's cute, but at the same time, it's not very cutesy, but it's quite fun. It's different, yeah? And these are something that's actually very new. This is Looney Tune with Chino Lam Soap Studio, Chino Lam Pocky Pig, masterpiece. Very interesting design. These are all designer toys based on the Looney Tune series that I have never come to see before. I'm actually very interested with the plates. If you look at the plate design, that is Tom and Jerry, but Tom is actually like a dragon or a fox chasing after the Tweety bird, which is almost like an angel. So very unique, very different design pieces that we have not seen before. So over here, Soap Studio actually also have 1/12 scale action figure. So that is Two-Face, the Joker, and we also have the Harry Potter series, the Fantastic Beasts, Newt Scamander. Surprisingly, if you look at the 1/12 scale of the Newt Scamander, the face sculpt is actually pretty accurate, and the Dark Knight. So hey, if you look at Christian Bale's face, doesn't look that accurate, but for Liam Neeson, not too bad. I think it's very accurate, yeah? So the new 1/12 scale for the DC line, Fantastic Beasts, and if you love Flash, and also Arrow TV series, there's a Reverse Flash, and also the Flash. Very interesting. All new 1/12 scale coming from Soap Studios Hong Kong. So Soap Studios also has the Dark Knight tumbler. This is a remote control car that we have tested many years back, and it looks like they also have quite a lot of different interesting items of design here. Okay, now we are very close to the stage, so it's gonna be a bit noisy, but we're gonna try to cover the Big Boys Toys stage. So for the Big Boys Toys here, they actually have all the Street Fighter dioramas. So quite interesting. I actually never knew that they actually have light. So if I'm not mistaken, each and every one of these figures will have their signature move sound, and also as you can see here, the LED lines from Will, Chun-Li, Ken and Ryu. Very interesting. But the one that actually got me more attention is actually the 32GB USB flash drive, which is where the characters get whacked and they are down for the count, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters: Vega, Bison, Ken, Ryu, Gil and Chun-Li. Interesting. Thumb drives. Never thought that I would see a day. So out of all the Street Fighter characters that we've seen, I think Blanka and also Goki or Akuma is probably the one that is the best looking out of all the Street Fighters that we have seen so far. But then again, this is my biased preference, but I think Blanka looks amazing, right? The lighting itself, it's quite an amazing piece. And also Goki as well, okay? They also have designer toys, which is Bison Gold version, normal version, Grill. So very interesting, blocky, but at the same time anime or manga kind of finishing. So it looks like it's popping out right off the manga page. So we also have the Ninja Turtles, but these are the new metallic version. So the price and availability, if you want to order these guys are now available today, right? So coming here, we actually have the designer toys from Malaysia. We have Heba Toys, which is all the new designer toys based out of the Malaysia's Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir. So here we have different treatment or variation of Tun Dr. Mahathir on display and also on sale here. Very interesting rework from the original toy design by Mr. Michael Chua. So quite a lot of different variation. This is quite interesting. Part of Mother Earth, I would say. Yeah. So a lot of different variation. You can come and see these guys at TAGCC. So this is a great showcase of all the local toy designers, local artists showing off the design of Heba Toys Tun Dr. M. Very impressive. And the Tun Dr. M vinyl collector's toy, if you want it, it is still available. So as you can see here, a lot of fans actually lining up to buy them. Very, very cool. As you can see here, the figures. So a nice painting of Tun Dr. He's iconic with his wife on holiday. So very nice. Yeah. So the figures are still available at TAGCC. You can actually get the Tun M figure very, very quickly here at TAGCC. I think maybe there's still a few left before they sell out. We have reviewed this before on our channel, and if you have not met the designer behind the design of Tun Dr. M, this is Mr. Michael Chua, the designer himself. So Mr. Michael Chua, how do you find the sales today? It's all good?
Good. The response is very good.
So are those special designs up for sale or?
Yes, there's 3 pieces been taken.
Okay.
So better be fast.
So right now we are actually going down to the lower level of TAGCC. As you can see here, there's actually quite a lot of things going on here. There's a gaming section, there's all the booth where all the local resellers are selling their wares. Quite a lot of things to see and do actually if you come to TAGCC Malaysia 2019. 2 floors of toys, display, merchandise on sale. And here we actually have Warhammer. We've covered Warhammer for quite some time now, but it's been a while since we see all the latest stuff that's coming up from Warhammer. Quite busy, a lot of people painting for the first time, experiencing painting for the first time, and there's a lot of guides to share. I think these are all volunteers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're staff, they're probably volunteers to actually share and talk about Warhammer. So if we're still recording, maybe you can talk to TJ. TJ, how are you, sir? It's been a while. So what do you have new today on showcase at TAGCC?
Well, we actually have a limited edition events model you can only get when Games Workshop goes to events like these.
Can I have a look at which model is that in?
So that's Lieutenant Amulius.
Wow.
There you go. All right. That's gold in a box.
So
right.
Only available at TAGCC 2019 if you come to TAGCC 2019.
Indeed, indeed. We have a few here. If you want these, better come in quick. You can get them if you buy 300 ringgit worth of stuff, which could be stuff like the starter sets in the back. We brought a lot of stock in. We still have a little bit of contrast paints, so whoever is interested in magic in a bottle when it comes to painting models, and of which globally we're almost sold out, we have some here. So run here, get this limited edition model, get some contrast paints, you're good to go.
PJ, is there anything else that we should be aware of your display here today?
Yeah, so what we're doing today is we're doing free game demos. You can come in, try our games. We got 3 awesome tables set up. We got some tables, you can throw some dice, kill some monsters, or kill some good guys, depending on what you like. And we also are doing painting demos. So essentially what we're gonna do is you're gonna get a model from us. You get to paint it, we teach you how to do it. If you want to keep the model, you can buy it for only 5 ringgits, pretty cool, right? And if you get some stuff like limited edition models, you get that model for free actually, so that's pretty awesome. So a lot of activities, we got a bunch of guys here that love teaching you how to paint, so yeah, come in.
Can we have a look at the 3 tables that you were talking about? Very nice setup, I think it's definitely worth checking out. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more. I think there's a lot of interest from the fans here as well.
Sure, sure. So this is a table where we set up First Strike, which is the introduction level game to Warhammer 40k. So you have 2 armies here. We painted them to look like Space Wolves, which are dudes that like to drink, fight, and so on. They are good guys, though, so they're pretty awesome. They're fighting Plague Marines, which are guys that basically follow the god Nurgle, one of the 4 Chaos gods. If you want to know more about the lore, come to the booth to tell you a lot about it. I can talk for a whole day. But yeah, we play a game here, teach people how to play. And that box that you get, like for strikes, only 150 bucks. Gets you 2 armies, it gets you a little bit of terrain, and it lets you come to our stores to actually get free lessons on a Sunday, which is also pretty cool. So that's first strike. And then the other table, and we've got two people playing right now, 3 actually, sorry. That is Storm Strike, which is from our game Age of Sigmar. So Age of Sigmar is a fantasy setting, a lot of high fantasy. This particular scenario is gets a bunch of Night Haunts, which are ghosts essentially, fighting Stormcast Eternal. These are humans that have been turned into immortal paragons that, well, have magic weapons and well, are there to stop evil from happening, right? So if you want to, again, raise the dead, you can come here, or if you want to put them back in the grave forever, you can try that too.
Let's look at the last table here.
Yep.
This is quite an elaborate setup, I would say.
So this is the table we built for Soul Wars, right? So we wanted to build a table that looks a bit like one of the lovely islands that we have here in Malaysia. So we went for a deserted island sort of feel. These are the models that come in the Soul Wars box. So you get a lot of models, a lot of books and stuff like that. We have the cards to play with. And yeah, you get bigger characters, right, that you can play with. So same as the smaller box, like if people, but if you go like, wow, this is super awesome on bigger games, more excitement, and this is where that sits.
Definitely. Is there anything else you want to share with us, with fans?
Well, yeah, as I said, like maybe we could show you one of the models that you would be able to get if you want to paint. So, so you can see we've got people painting here already. If you come in, right, what happens is you try to bring a black model like this, and then we teach you how to paint it like that.
It's a free painting class if you come to a TAGCC Warhammer booth downstairs.
Yep, and that's basically what we're doing the whole day.
Awesome, I think definitely worth checking it out. So thank you, DJ, thank you for your time. So as you can see, there's actually quite a lot of things to see and do and also buy, from the toys, collectibles exhibition upstairs to downstairs here, from Warhammer down to all the individual booths of resellers, books, toys, cosplay, whatever you want, it is here. So come on down to TAGCC 2019. It's just a 2 days event. Today is already first day, so tomorrow's the last day of TAGCC, right? So we hope you enjoy watching this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share and like.